Good afternoon. My name is Arun Kumar Gaud. Today I did a mini project on the Movies app application. Here I create a Java class. Name is login page test. See here. Yeah, after creating the Java class, here I use at the rate before method. So why I use here at the rate before method? I explain. See, this kind of repetition code can make our test harder to maintain slow down test execution. To avoid these things, TestNG provides several conditions annotation that allows to run certain methods before and after method. Okay, here I use before method and after the completing the code, here I use after method. Okay, so before method annotation is used to annotate a method that should be executed before each test method within a test class. Okay, that's why I is typically used to set up void setup. Here I use initial conditions required for the test. Okay, at the rate before added method to initialize WebDriver navigation to the login page. Okay, that's why I set up Chrome driver. I create WebDriver instant at the rate before method only. Okay, after that I use here one more TestNG framework. So why I use here the TestNG framework means if we want to test multiple web pages simultaneously, so at the time we use TestNG framework. So why I couldn't use Selenium WebDriver? Selenium couldn't test multiple web pages at a time. So that's why I couldn't use Selenium here. I use a TestNG framework. We can you test multiple web pages at a time. So that's why I use your TestNG framework. Okay, here I create class to test public void test ng login page UI. Okay, here I write a web element. It is image displayed driver dot find element by at the rate class. Here I use enter id name. Okay, I use here asset dot asset true image is displayed, otherwise image is not displayed, image is not displayed, like that I give caption also there. After I touch heading test, username test and password test, login button. Okay, see, I run the test. You can find. See here, everything is correct. Here also I couldn't get any error here. You can see total test one run, pass one. Okay. After that, I create here a public void test login with empty field inputs. I couldn't enter here any username and password. Direct I'm clicking on login button. Say I run the test case. See here, I couldn't enter username and password. I just click login button. We can find error here. Username or password is invalid. Okay. After that, I create one more test. Public void test login with empty users. I couldn't enter your username. Just I enter password only. After that, I click login button. See, you can see here. I couldn't enter username. I enter only password. And after I click on login button, username or password is invalid. Okay. After that, I create one more step. Public void login test with empty password. Okay, here I'm entering only username. I'm not entering password. After I click login button. See, username or password is invalid. Okay, after that I create one more test. Public void test login with invalid credential. Here I enter username correct, but I am not entering password right. I am entering wrong password. After I click login button, see here username and password didn't match. Okay, after that I create a public void test login with valid credential. Okay, I enter username password correct. I click on login button. See, I couldn't get any error here. Okay, see. I want to explain here one more method. Here I use priority method. Why I use here priority method means I test 5 test cases here. Okay, why I use a priority method is if we run, I couldn't use a priority method. This test gives execute alphabetical order. Okay, like alphabetical order test is execute. So like that, I what how I test cases I want to execute like that. So here the first step is test login with empty field, test login with empty user. Like that I want. So that's why here I use priority first, priority one, after priority two, priority three, priority four, and priority five. See, I run this code. You can understand that. See, I show here. See how first test is test login page UI. After that, here start priority public void test login inputs here. After username and empty password, empty username, invalid credential, valid credentials. So that's why I use here priority method. And after that, I use one more concept here, POM, page object model. See, why I here use like page object model means here if you observe we are accessing same web elements in all both test cases. So login, password, click on login button. Okay, assume a change is made to the login page and the ID of login button to change to submit. So we want to update ID value, login button to the submit. So suppose if you are testing like 5 tests or 6 tests, we can manually we can update the code. Suppose we are running plenty of test cases, how we can update? We can't go like everywhere to update, right? Suppose if we update, we sometimes we forgot to update some time. We can get error. So suppose that's why I am using your POM page object model. Okay. Uh, the test cases where we need to update the locator and the process should be time consuming and error prone, which make the code difficult to maintain. Okay. So because we use here POM, we reduce the code, we reduce the time. So that's why here I use a login page. See, here what I wrote, I use here by selenium dot login image locator, heading locator, username locator, password locator, login button. After that, I create a WebDriver instance here. See public void enter username and password. Click on login button. Here I enter username and password. Here I check expected error, each and everything. So here I remove all multiple web elements and I use here login page. Okay, so that's why here I use POM concept. It's a very useful concept in Selenium automation testing. Okay, and after that I create one more test in movies application app, home test page. Okay, like home page test. As usual, I explain why I use edited before method. I explained each and everything. I set up clone driver, web driver. Okay, here I test a public void test heading test. I am checking it's correct or not. How many headings are there and each and everything. So that's why I'm okay. Heading test is correct only. See, I couldn't get any error here. And after that, I check public void test play button is correct or not. Displaying or not. Yeah, it's displayed. And after that, I use a public void contact use section. Here contact is C run. I couldn't get any error. As it is, here also I create POM page. So as usually. Okay. And after that, I create a header section test. Okay, I usually use before method. I set up Chrome browser. I create WebDriver instance. I enter username and password here. And I create first test is a public void test website logo is displaying or not. Correctly displaying or not. Okay. Yeah, it's displaying correctly. I couldn't get any error here. And after that, I create a public void test navbar elements. Okay. And I use a public void header section functionalities. Functionality means like home page, popular page is there, right? In a home section page. See, I'm checking, and after that, I checking, clicking on popular pages. See, I click on popular page here. Okay, and as usually, I use priority here, and as usually, I create here form also, and after that, I create movie page detail. Okay, as usually, I use before method, annotation method, and I create a setup Chrome driver path, web driver create dish. After that, I enter username and password and each and everything here. So here I test a public void test movie details from home page. Title and whatever it movie. I am clicking on one movie, particularly in home page. Okay, see here. I click on pop one movie name. We can see here movie title name and how many hours is a movie, and here description is there. Here play button is there. Audio in which language movie is available. In audio, Spanish, French, English, Italian, Russian, rating, budget, release date, and each and everything. And after that, here I create one more test, public void test movie details from popular page. Okay, see here also I click on popular. In popular page, I choose one particular movie name. I click on that movie, Here, movie name minimum 2 hours 12 minutes as usually. Play button is there. Audio is available. Rating, budget, and each and everything. Okay, as usually. Okay, as usually I create here poem also, and after that I create a popular page test. Movies are displaying or not. As usual, I use a search in search bar, entering one movie particular name, it's coming or not, and each and everything as usually. So here also I create each and everything popular page, login page, home page, and account page in form. Okay. One more step is I want to explain. I use one more concept here. Concept is test and G test suits. So why I use test and G test suits here? A test suite is a collection of test cases that are intended to specific behavior of software application. Test ng. Test ng suits are powerful feature that allows to execute multiple test cases together efficiently. So here I'm multiple cases are checking right here. See login page, home page, header section, account page, popular page, search page, each and everything. So um I go login page, I run home, I go open home page, I run popular page and search page and each and everything. So that is a time consume. Okay, so that's why here I create a testng xml, testng suits here. Okay, I enter suit name and the login page and home page, header section, account page, and each and everything. Here I write classes. Okay, multiple test cases to run together efficiently. So here I click on run. You can get multiply all cases run at a time. See, without entering login details, I click on login button here. You can find entering password, click on login button, and each and everything, all test cases run sim together efficiently. Here enter username and password correctly and log in into the page. And after that, image is displayed correctly or not. After that, heading is displayed or correct or not. See what I tested cases and each and everything run together efficiently one by one.